Bullpen bounced back today and in a big way. The bullpen shuts down the Houston Astros to preserve a 3-2 lead, and the Mariners make sure they win the most important game, I believe, of this series, game number 1, against the toughest pitcher you were going to face, Framber Valdez, in a game that the Astros came into with a lot of momentum. And the Mariners, yeah, we won yesterday, but we didn't have the same momentum. And yet, we got the win. That is what mattered. We got them. I think this is one of the most important wins of the season. Certainly the most important game of this series. We extend our lead in the division. We extend our lead over the Astros, and we continue to dominate the Houston Astros. Guys, since we met them in the playoffs, since the 18-inning game, the Mariners have only lost 4 times to the Houston Astros. That is how good we have been. I believe we are 12-4 against the Astros since the 18-inning loss. We literally own Houston. We are Houston's father. There's nobody who beats Houston like the Mariners do in the past 1.5 years. We're going to talk about this. This is the NW Sportscast. My name is Levi. So, guys, today started off really, really strong. Julio. He gets in on the action really early with a base hit. So did J.P. Crawford. First 2 guys in the lineup getting on base. Love to see it. Then we get Mitch Haniger with an RBI. Ty France with an RBI. Cal Raleigh had a sac fly. And just like that, the Mariners are up 3-0. After the bottom of the first inning, Bryce Miller, he was dealing. The Astros got a couple across in the 5th, despite Bryce Miller pitching really, really well. And into the 6th inning, Miller ran into some trouble, but he got out of it. And so the Mariners led 3-2. The offense went completely dormant after the first inning. Julio and JP both got another hit. Great to see the top of the lineup producing like it is supposed to do. Julio stole 2 bases as well. 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored for him. He actually stole 2 bases yesterday as well. Last Mariners player to steal 2 bases back-to-back games. You know who it was? Ichiro. It was 13 years ago. Pretty cool. Julio joins Ichiro in there. But, Julio, despite stealing another base, getting another hit, doesn't end up scoring. Luke Raley also stole, didn't score. So, Mariners with a 3-2 lead into the 7th inning. In comes Trent Thornton, who a lot of people think is terrible. I don't. I think Trent Thornton's pretty good. Now, I'll say this. Thornton struggles when there's guys on in scoring position when he comes in. He doesn't do well with inherited runners in scoring position for some reason. I don't know why. And today he came in with a clean inning. 1, 2, 3, bam, 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 bada bing, bada boom. Next up comes Gabe Spire. And everybody holds your breath, right? Because Gabe Spire has been bad in May. He's been terrible. He's like a 20 ERA in the month of May. After being one of the best relievers in baseball in April, he has been maybe the worst reliever in the month of May in all of baseball. And you're like, oh my gosh, we have to watch Spire against this Astros lineup. If he gives up a home run, we're probably toast, right? That's what you're thinking. But Spire gets the job done. He gets a huge double play to get out of the inning. Ryan Bliss, by the way, making his MLB debut. We'll get to that in a second. And then in the 9th, in comes the guy who should be in the All-Star game, hopefully, Andres Munoz, who right now has a very good case for being the 2nd best closer in the American League behind Emmanuel Clase. He comes in and shuts down the Astros 1, 2, 3, gets John Singleton swinging for the last out of the game. Andres Munoz has been pretty much unhittable this year. I believe he is, I don't know if he's allowed a single earned run in the month of May. The last time I remember Munoz giving up a run was the game when he walked in 4 guys, when he walked 4 guys in a row, and that was against the Brewers in early April. I might be missing something, but he has been insane since then. He's been absolutely incredible. And other than Emmanuel Clase on the Cleveland Guardians, I don't think there's been another closer in the AL who's been better. The A's fans are going to say Mason Miller, but he's not. Look at the numbers. If you think Mason Miller is better than Andres Munoz, you are wrong. Andres Munoz is better. Better ERA, more saves, better save percentage. Look at the numbers. Don't tell me Mason Miller, some rando for the A's, is better than Andres freaking Munoz? No shot. Munoz has been so good. And if they're going to send 2 relievers to the All-Star game, one of them is going to be Clase. He's been insane. He's like an 0.3 ERA. But Munoz is down to 1.45 himself. He's striking out 2 guys pretty much every single inning. And he's been untouchable since early April. Dude's insane. And the rest of the bullpen, Spire needed a bounce-back game. Thornton needed a bounce-back game, and they got it. So good thing for the bullpen to lock up the win. Let's talk about Ryan Bliss. Ryan Bliss, second baseman. So Polanco is on the IL. He did not get an MRI today. He's going to get an MRI tomorrow. Supposedly, he's not going to be out for long. Oh, boy. Spare me. I hope that he doesn't play. Honestly, I hope that Ryan Bliss ends up being so good that we don't even need to bring Polanco back. He's been so bad this year, I don't even want to watch him anymore. I don't even want to watch Polanco anymore. Just give me Ryan Bliss. Give me Ryan freaking Bliss. I said, by the way, if you go back, roll back the tape, rewind all the way back to March, Drew and I were on a podcast, and I said, Ryan Bliss is going to be on this team by June. Well, looks like I was right. And I said, what did I say? I said Ryan Bliss is going to take Luis Urias' spot. Not entirely true, but Luis Urias got sent down, 3 days ago? And now Ryan Bliss has been called up. So clearly they've replaced Urias on the depth chart with Ryan Bliss. I seem like I'm pretty smart right now. Anyways, guys, Bliss did not do much today. I believe he was 0 for 3. He may have been 0 for 4, actually. And he actually made a kind of a bad play at second base. Made a bad throw. So, rough debut for Ryan Bliss. My guess is that he's only going to play against lefties, maybe, because he is a righty. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the plan is there. I'm not sure if the plan is to start him every single day. I kind of hope it is, to be honest. If you're going to give so many off days to guys like Rojas, Rayleigh, whatever, I kind of want to see Ryan Bliss play every single day. Just see what you got in the kid. He's been hitting really, really well. He's been scorching the ball in Tacoma. He has got 7 homers, hitting 280. But in the past 2 weeks, he'd been hitting 320 with 5 home runs. I'm pretty sure something like that. He's been in really, really hot for Tacoma. He was obviously a big part of the Paul Sewald trade. Just give him second base till Polanco's healthy. And let's see how it goes. We don't need to give Dylan Moore a bunch of games. I mean, if you want to give him a few off days against a tough righty, you can. But in my opinion, I would like to see Ryan Bliss treated like an everyday player more than a platoon guy. I don't think you should platoon rookies. I don't like the idea of platooning rookies, especially rookies who you think can be good. I understand if you call up Cade Marlowe, somebody who is not really a highly touted prospect, he's old, he's not going to develop much, you don't think Cade Marlowe has a future starting role on your team. I understand calling him up and platooning him. I don't understand platooning Clase. I don't want us to platoon Bliss. And when Locklear gets called up, I don't want us to platoon Locklear either. Those are 3 guys who legitimately could be future starters on this team. Now, I'm not sure if they will. We have to see. We have to go through that. But you can't really know that if you're platooning them and only giving them at-bats every other game or every few games. That's not going to let you evaluate the player. Clase, he made another start today. Once again, he looked hopeless at the plate. He has not knocked in a hit since being recalled. He's now started 10 games, and his OPS plus, I believe, is around 30. Does he have any business being on the Major League roster? Personally, I don't think he does. Personally, I think Clase is not a Major League ready player. I would rather have Cade Marlowe on this team. I'd rather have Samad Taylor on this team. I'd rather have Brian Anderson on this team. I don't really like watching Jonathan Clase. 10 games in, I don't think he's been good enough. I don't think he has. I know people said he was a spark plug. He hasn't sparked much. He had 1 good game against Colorado in Coors Field when he hit a triple. Nice, good job. Oh, it went through the right fielder's legs. Congratulations. But other than that, Clase has not done much. I don't think he should be on this team. But if you are going to have him on the team, give him regular at-bats. Because taking a 21-year-old and platooning him when you don't have to, you could have Samad Taylor do the exact same thing. You don't need this to be Clase. And then for Bliss, again, you don't have to have Bliss platooning. You could have Urias or Leo Rivas in this platoon instead. Or Anderson, Brian Anderson, or Michael Chavis. There's lots of guys who can do this. I hate the idea of calling up a young rookie who you truly think could contribute and then putting him in a platoon and only giving him like 2 starts a week. All that does is it ruins development. What about Kelnick? They didn't platoon him until his 3rd season. His first 2 seasons, Kelnick was playing every day. And then once we knew, okay, he's actually not good enough to play every day, and then we platoon him. You don't platoon Julio, right? I mean, come on. On a rookie, I hate the idea of platooning rookies. It's just dumb. Unless it's a rookie who truly is never gonna be a starter and you know it. But even if you think maybe he could be good, give him at least a couple weeks as a regular player to see what you can get out of the guy. I've been talking about this for way too long, guys. I'm going to wrap this video up. This is the NW Sportscast. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell Drew to get his bum off the couch and start filming some post games because I have been doing a lot of them lately. Anyways, guys. No, never mind. Drew's in Europe. He's having a blast. He's actually on a plane right now, so if you guys want to say a prayer for Drew that he gets to Paris safely, he is flying to Paris right now, so that's pretty cool. And as always, go Mariners.